So in this particular class, we are going to discuss about the one important library of the Python programming language. So that is pandas. Okay. So first, let's discuss about what is pandas here. So whenever I wanted to work with the large particular data set where mixed type of data is available and I wanted to create the custom indexing, then I'll go with the pandas library. Okay, here there is some interview questions arise. Okay, so if you wanted to work with the large data set, you have already numpy libraries, but in the numpy library we use array concept to store the data, and in the array we can store only same type of data only, means all the data belongs to the one type only, means either it may be integer only, it may be float only, means all the data belongs to one type of data type. It may be all the data belongs to string only, all the data belongs to the float only. And one more thing, in the array, you cannot create the custom indexing name. So by default, index will start with the 0, that index only you can use it. But coming to the pandas library, this particular library is used to handle the large data set where maybe all the data belongs to the same type also, or else maybe the data belongs to the mixed type also. Just assume you're creating a large data set where numbers also available, okay, in the normal integer format and floating format, where characters are available, maybe single character, maybe a mix of character words are there. Okay, maybe there are some boolean values are there in the true and false format. Maybe different possibilities will be there. So whenever I wanted to work these type of particular large data set where I am working with the mixed type of data and I wanted to fetch the data using the indexing. So just assume earlier we used the 0, 1, 2, 3 indexing concept in the normal particular array. But here if I wanted to, like, just assume there is a one particular any car showroom data is there. So in that particular car showroom data, I wanted to fetch the company car, like any company name I wanted to fetch related to the some particular companies. I wanted to fetch only Maruti Suzuki cars. I wanted to fetch only specific to some Toyota cars. Okay, I wanted to fetch one type of style only. I wanted to fetch only SUV type of. I wanted to fetch only sedan type of cars. Okay, so specifically, if I wanted to fetch only type of the price equals to more than 10,000 rupees, like this. So, and whenever I wanted to work with the n number of rows and columns of data, okay, for that particular purpose, I'll go with the pandas particular library. Okay, so specifically, this particular library is used to work with the large data set, and in the large data set, maybe the data belongs to the same type of data, maybe the data belongs to the mixed type of data. Okay, and here you can give the custom indexing names also. By default, indexing will start with the 0, 1, 2, 3. That is common, but apart from that, if I wanted to change the name, you wanted to give the custom indexing, that is also possible. Now you can see here, pandas is a valuable open source library for Python. Open source means it's freely available, you don't need to pay anything if you wanted to use the pandas library, and it is designed to streamline data science and machine learning tasks. It provides code structures and functions to simplify the process of manipulating and analyze the data. So specifically, if I wanted to work any type of data analytics work, data science related work, AI related work, machine learning related work, so then this particular library is going to be helpful for them. What are the key features are there? Why this particular pandas library is specifically designed? If there is a large data set is there, I wanted to clean the data, I wanted to filter the data, I wanted to get the data based on the some selections, I wanted to aggregate the data, I wanted to visualize the data. For different analytics purpose, I can use this particular library. Apart from that, okay, it is very easiest way and better particular way to handle the data, to get the data according to your particular requirement. easy integration will be there. I can use this particular pandas library with other particular libraries also. Okay, different types of websites or already community supports are available to work with this particular pandas library. And if I work with this particular library, it can easily handle the data and I can get that particular result also very easiest way. Here you can work with the different type of file formats like Excel particular format also. Okay, uh, different type of, maybe the data is coming from any other particular, so directly also you're storing or any extracting from any particular website or getting the data from any particular Excel file, etc., etc. Apart from that, okay, if I wanted to reprocess the data, if I wanted to manipulate the data, and I wanted to get that particular data, and for already one particular data set is there, and from that particular data set I wanted to create the filter the data, and I wanted to create one more particular data, then also it is you can use. Okay, you can explore that particular data and you can get already some existing data is there. I wanted to create some more particular data, that is a future engineering, that is a machine learning process, time series analysis is there, data science related work is there. And apart from that, okay, this particular, okay, I can see uh, Python pandas library provide two primary data structures like data frame and series. What it means, it means like if I wanted to work with that particular data, like normally in the array is there, so in the array we have like one type of dimensions, two dimension, three dimension, like 1D, 2D, 3D type of structures are there in the way we are going to store the data. Like same thing in the advanced data type, we have list, datable, set, dictionaries are there. Similarly, if I wanted to work with the data in the pandas, I wanted to store the data. So how I'm going to store the data? If any single dimension is there, I'll go with the series concept. If multi-dimension is there, I'll go with the data frame concept. Single dimension means one dimension data, multi-dimensional for the two-dimension data. So if I'm working with the only, if only one rows are there, n number of columns are there, then I'll go with the series concept. If I have multiple rows, multiple columns, information is there, and I wanted to handle those type of large data set, then I'll go with the data frame concept. Okay, so what type of things I can do using this particular series and data frames? Nothing but the pandas. You can load the data, you can tabulate the data, nothing but you're getting the data into the tabular format. You can clean the data, you can fill the data, you can, some null data is there, you wanted to read that also you can do. Normalize the data, inspect the data, statistical type of operations you can do. Okay, so different type of work you can do related to the data. So simply whenever I wanted to handle the large particular data set, simply I'll go with this particular pandas particular library here. Okay, now how to use this particular library? So first of all, you have to install this particular library. So how to install the library? You have to open the command prompt, and then in the administrator mode, then simply you have to type this particular command, pip install pandas. Okay, so this is the command which is used to install the pandas library. Okay, so you can see requirement already satisfied, means it is already installed in my particular library. So simple command, how to install the panda. So first of all, you have to install this particular library. Okay, so here go to command prompt. Okay, open the command prompt in administrator mode, then type this command, pip install pandas. Okay, once you install, import the library. And how you're going to import the library? You have to write import pandas. Okay, so now what I need to do here, simply I need to import this library, import pandas as a Qt. Okay, and if I wanted to learn more about this particular library, there is one official website is there, pandas library. Okay, pandas. Okay, so this is the official particular website is there. Whenever you wanted to get any particular documentation, you can go through this particular website for documentation. Okay, so this is the official website. Now let's store the data using the series, and then we'll go with the data frames concept. So how to store the data in pandas series format? So simply you have to take one variable and then you have to mention, because you have taken the reference variable name as a PD. So first of all, I need to mention the PD, then I need to mention series function, and then in this what data you wanted to store. For that purpose, I need to mention data equals to this square bracket. Okay, so using this particular command, you can easily store the data. And here I need to mention what type of data I'm storing. For example, I'm storing 10, 20, and 30, and 40. So here, once I run this, now you can see here it is going to be stored. So you can see here by default, this indexing is coming 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just assume I wanted to change this particular 0, 1, 2, 3 to some other particular name. Let's store some index value as a string value, and here I'm going to store something index equals to uh, let's give some car companies name, something. uh, let's give something Jeep, something Swift, something Auto, something. Okay, now you can see here, now this particular names are changed here. Okay, earlier it was 0, 1, 2, 3. Now you can see they are getting the different information, and you can same thing, you can fetch the data also. For example, if I mention Alto, you will get the details related to the Alto. Okay, so this is the way how you, and you can manipulate this particular data also on dimension data. For example, you mentioned two, so automatically the data is going to be updated. Okay, and just assume I wanted to check what is the shape here. So here if I write shape, so only 4 is coming. 4 means only columns. If only one row is there, one row is not going to be displayed. In that one row, only column will be displayed. If multiple, more than one row is there, multiple rows, multiple columns will be there. In the shape, two values will be displayed. First value will be considered as a row. Second value will be considered as a column. If only one value is displaying, it means it is a one dimension data, nothing but one row in number of columns, and whatever the values are coming, these values will be considered as a column values. Okay, now next thing is, if I wanted to check how many values are saved, so you can see here, you can use the size function and it will get how many values are saved here. Okay, and if I wanted to check what type of data I have saved here, so for that purpose I can use the type, and you can see here it is pandas core series data. Okay, now I wanted to store the data frame. To create the data frame, first of all, I need to create the dictionary, and then I can convert that particular dictionary into the data frames. So let's create one particular dictionary, and here I'm going to create some particular car car data, and here I'm going to create one dictionary, and in this I want to create one key name. So here I need to store key and values. So key name I'm going to create something like showroom one, and after that I wanted to store some particular data. So here I'm going to store this data as a pandas series value. I wanted to store as a series, and here I wanted to store some particular data. Let's store something 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's store some particular index value. And here I'm going to store some value, something like alto, okay, something Cias, some Swift, okay, some Brisa. So now you can see multiple values are saved here. Similarly, I want, what I wanted to do, I wanted to create more particular values here. Okay, like this, you can see this is my showroom one. This is, this is my showroom two. This is my showroom three. Like this, I wanted to store the multiple values. Just assume this is the showroom four. Okay, and now just I wanted to change the value, something 6, 7, 8, 9, something 11, 12, 14, 15, 19, 20. Okay, now we have saved this particular, okay, we have saved this particular data. And okay, what is happening, pd uh, comma something I have mentioned. Okay, so here I missed the comma. Okay, now you can see here we have stored this particular data, and you can check here what type of data we have stored, car data. So now you can see here this stored as a dictionary format. Okay, so what I need to do here, I need to convert this particular dictionary to data frame. The same concept will be there, like for example, you have stored some particular list. Just assume there is a one list is there. Okay, so what is the type of the A1? It is a list only. And how you convert the list to something tuple? So simply you will write A2 equals to tuple. Okay, and then you are going to mention the from which variable, from A variable, right? And A2 will be converted as a tuple. What formula you have used here? You have created some new variable name. Okay, then you have write the data type which you are converting. Okay, and then existing variable name. These things you have mentioned. Same concept will be there. Okay, I'm going to take one variable name, something like Hyderabad data, Hyderabad car. Okay, and here I'm going to mention equals to pd dot data frame, because data frame directly we cannot use. We have to access the data frame from the pandas library, and then from which variable. So here we have created the variable name as a car data. So here I'm going to mention car data. Okay, so here once I run this, and you can see here this is your particular pandas data frame. So it is going to be look like this. Okay, so if you can see here, there are number of data is stored, and each and every particular data you can access using the individual showroom 1 you can access, individual showroom 2 you can access, individual showroom 3 also you can access. Example purpose, just assume this is one type of data, Hyderabad to Hyderabad car, and here I'm going to mention I wanted to access specifically showroom 1 only. Okay, so now you can see I wanted to access showroom 2, I wanted to access showroom, like this. In the showroom 1 I wanted to check auto. Okay, like this. Or else you can see in the showroom 2 I wanted to check okay, Swift. Okay, or else from the showroom 3 I wanted to check, okay, some dress. Okay, so this is the way like how you're going to fetch the particular data. Again you can manipulate the data also. For example, in showroom 1 alto, what is the value is there, 2 is there. Now I wanted to manipulate this data. Okay, and I wanted to make it as a 1 only. So now you can see here it is going to be changed 1. Again if I'm mentioning here equals to 2, then if I mention Hyderabad car, now you can see again it will be shown as a 2. Okay, so this is a way like how you're going to create one particular data frame, and individually how you can able to access the data of that particular data frame. Okay, and next thing is you can get all the particular statical data also. If I just mention Hyderabad car dot describe function. Okay, so now you can see you will get the all the count here, how many values are in showroom 1, how many values are there in showroom 2. You'll get the mean value, standard deviation values, minimum value, 25%, 50%, 70%, maximum. All the particular ready-made statistical data also you will get. Okay, just using the one particular functionality. Like this, there are different ready-made functions are available to work with the easy. You can work easily with the this particular data. Okay. Now what I wanted to do similarly, I wanted to convert this particular data set into the Excel file. Okay. So how I'm going to, so here I'm going to convert converting the data into Excel file. Simply here you which data you wanted to convert. You wanted to convert Hyderabad car, and here you have to mention to CSV. And what is the file name? Let's give the today's file name something 24 June dot CSV. Okay, and once I run this, okay, Hyderabad car is not defined. Card, okay, I need to mention car. Okay, and now once I'll go to the folder. So if I just refresh and check, you can see 24john.csv file is created. If I open this particular file, so you can see here we are getting our particular data here. Now just assume I wanted to delete this indexing and then I wanted to store the data. So what I can do, same thing will be there. Okay, so here I need to mention variable name dot tc to csv, and then let's give file number June, okay, 2, and here I wanted to mention index equals to false. So here what will happen, you'll get the file without indexing. Now you can see here if I run this, okay, still it is loading. I can see one more file is created, 24 june 2.csv, and you can see here in this particular data we have this index value also, and in this particular data set we don't have the indexing concept. Okay, now again I wanted to load the Excel file, load Excel file. Okay, so how I can able to load the Excel file, just you need to create one more particular variable name. Okay, so let's assume new data equals to pandas, here read CSV. So using this particular read CSV function, okay, I can read the data. And here I need to give the file name. So file name I'm giving, I have saved this particular file name. Let's give this file name 24john.csv. And once I run this new data, now you can see here we're getting the same data. But you can see here we are getting one unnamed here. So I don't want this 0, 1, 2, 3. I wanted to create the indexing using the alt C. So how we can create this? So first of all, I need to delete this unnamed. So here, if I just mention here, okay, delete unnamed in pandas. Okay, delete unnamed column in the pandas. Okay, so if I go to the official website, okay, where is the pandas official website? Let's write here only. Okay, documentation, and here I'm going to write unnamed. Okay, and with the function, or else let's check in the some other particular website. So now you can see here there is a syntax is there. Let me copy this particular syntax, which is used to delete the unnamed column. Okay, so this is the syntax. Okay, this is the syntax. So how to follow this particular syntax? So df nothing but the data frame name. What is our data frame name? Our data frame name is new data. So here I need to mention the same thing. Here I need to mention new data, then drop the data frame column. Again I need to mention new data. Okay, and from that again I want to delete the new data, then unnamed, and case equals to follow. false, axis equals to the 1, okay, in place of 2. Okay, so now once I run this, and okay, something comma symbol, okay, so here, okay, if I copy this, so here this comma is not going to work. This is actually the way we write the commas, sorry, quotes. And once I run this and now print the new data, and now you can see here the data is deleted. Now you can see here we are getting the 0 1 2 3. Now I wanted to delete this 0 1 2 3, and I wanted to create my own particular index. So for that purpose I need to write how to set our own particular index. And if I research it, okay, nothing is coming in the documentation. Okay, indexing, and it was very difficult to get the function names, the documentation websites. So let me just write here set index in pandas, in pandas. Okay, and now you can see here there is a function called set index. Okay, and if I just need to use this particular data frame set index, and what I need to pass here, which index I wanted to apply. That's it. Okay, you can see here year months. So here you can see year months become the index value here. Okay, so only these things I need to follow, and here I just need to copy this and pass this here. So here I'm going to mention data frame. What is my data frame name? Here my name is new data, and here I need to use the set index function, and here and in the set index function I need to pass the values, okay, in the square bracket. Okay, so here I wanted to pass the values. For example, here I wanted to give something alto, okay, something swift. I wanted to give one more something Srias. You can create one variable and then you can pass the variable name also. Okay, and let's pass one more name, something present. And once I, okay, are in the columns, none of the auto. Do I need to store this as a separate column? Okay, some error is coming. So here they have passed the, I think, variable name they have passed. Okay, so what I'll do here, I'll just create one variable name, something like my index equals to, and okay, so I think here I need to pass the index. Let's pass direct index value. Then it is not working. Then we'll create the separate variable. Okay, why it is not copied? Let me copy once again. Okay, and here I'm going to mention index equals to this. Okay, now once I run this, okay, got unexpected argument index. Mm, okay, so what I'll do now, I'll copy this particular variable as a variable name. Okay, something a equals to this data, and then in this particular data I'm going to pass the a. Now I want to check what is happening here. Okay, a, none of the a are in the column. Okay, I will just mention what is the command here. Year month, let's mention a. Let's bring new data. So this is the data which we have created, and let's create a new variable name, something like new data equals to set index spelling set index is correct. Yes. Okay, so now you can see creating set the index to become the month as a column. Okay, so just I need to mention the only one square bracket, that's it. Okay, and then in the column I need to mention the variable name, that's it. Okay, and now once I run this, a none of the a are in the column. Okay, if I write a variable, okay, a variable is there. Okay, so why these things are not working? Df dot set index month, in the month these values are saved here. Okay, uh, okay, so already month is there here, that's why it was displaying like that. So what I'll do here, I'll okay, I need to pass the columns. So here you can see here in this particular way I need to pass the columns PD index. Okay, so there is a different name is there, so here I need to mention PD index, and then I need to pass the values. So here what I'll do, I'll copy these names here. So I'm okay, I'm going to copy these names, and now I'm going to mention, because that particular documentation is already, if column is available for that purpose, there is this now you can see here the particular index are changed here. So this particular index, if already you can see here, I have not checked this particular, so you can see already in this month is available. So if already month is available, I wanted to shift this month to as an index, then I need to pass. If I wanted to give the custom indexing, then I need to mention the PD index concept. Okay, so we need to check the documentation properly, like which command is going to pass with. Okay, now let me assign you some particular task related to the pandas. Okay, now first question is, you have to create one list, and then you have to convert this list as a data frame, and you have to give the custom indexing as a odd number values. You can see here there is a one list is there, some, and then there is some custom, you have to mention the custom index, like you can see some odd number values right. Second question, create a multiple car company data set and print only one company data details only. For example, you have saved as a Maruti Suzuki, Toyota, some particular Tata, like that, and then fetch only one particular company cars related information. Next question, you have to generate the continuous one particular date, example from 1st May to 12th May 2023. I want to continuously all the particular values belongs to date only. Next, just assume already one data set is there. I wanted to apply some particular functionality, means each number should be divisible with the 2, multiply with the 2, add with the 2, like this. Okay. Next question, create a multiple car company data set. Find what is the highest car price of the each company. Okay. Next question, create a same multiple car company data set for two countries. Okay, just assume, and German car, Japanese car, and concatenate the two particular data frame. Okay, so these are the some questions are there. Try to do these particular things, and in the next class we are going to understand some more particular examples related to some other particular modules. Okay, so that's it for today. Any doubt, any questions?